Hey everyone, I'm out here in the garage, and what I'm going to be doing today is a quick video on replacing the blade on the Bosch 4000 table saw. So stay tuned. So if you're new to the channel, I just want to welcome you here, and hopefully you'll consider subscribing if you like what you see. Also, check out DIY Apprentice on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I post lots of pictures and videos on those platforms before I post anything on YouTube. And occasionally I'll post things on those platforms I don't post on YouTube. Also, check out the website at DIYapprentice.com. And don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video. So this Bosch 4000 table saw I refurbished a number of years ago. I did a series of videos on that, which I have not watched in a while because those were some of my earlier videos, and anybody who does YouTube videos knows that a lot of the earlier videos are sometimes, I guess, what you would call cringeworthy. So I have not watched those videos in a long time, but those are out there if you want to check them out. And what I thought I would do today is a video on replacing the blade on the Bosch 4000 table saw, since I got a question in the comments section, or I think it was maybe a question on Instagram about how to do that. So this will apply to both the Bosch 4000 table saw and the Bosch 4100 table saw. So let's get into it. All right, so here's a Bosch 4000 table saw. Now I have the blade guard on here. Some people may not use it with the blade guard. I honestly do not use the table saw with the blade guard in place, but I decided to just go ahead and put it on for the purposes of this video. The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and crank the blade up, raise it all the way up. All right, it's all the way up to the top. And then I'm just going to pull this guard back like that. All right, so now that I've got the blade up and I've got the guard up, I'm going to go ahead and take the insert out. So I usually just slip my finger right in here, lift that up, and then pull it out. So one thing I wanted to point out is normally I don't use this insert. I actually use this one. This is a zero clearance insert. See the difference there? Now this one is made by Lee Craft. It's BH1. And the purpose of a zero clearance insert, if you're not sure about that, is to help prevent chip out of the material you're cutting. So it provides a little more surface for the material to ride along as it's passing through the table saw. Alright, so I've got some gloves on now. Okay, so what we need to do next is get this nut off over here. So I'm going to hold this lever up, and then I'm going to use a crescent wrench. I don't have the original tool that came with the table saw, that's why I'm using a crescent wrench. Put that on the nut. I'm going to spin the nut counterclockwise, and as I spin it, this lever is going to come up and lock the blade in place. There we go. That is loose now. Go ahead and spin the nut off. There we go. There's our nut. Drop the lever down. I'm going to take the washer off right there. Slide that off the arbor. Set that aside. Now this is the part I'm guessing where a lot of people get tripped up if you've never changed the blade on this table saw before. You slide it to the right like this, and then you tilt it and slide it up that way. So you can't just pull it straight up. Alright, so I'm going to put this back on, so I'm going to slide it in at an angle like this. Slide it back onto the arbor. There we go, and I'll put our washer back on. And then I'll put the nut back on. Now I usually put the nut on with the flat side against the washer. Alright. So I'm going to grab the red lever again, and it's locked in place right now, but I want to make sure it's all the way in so that this blade doesn't move. So I'm going to tighten the nut. Lever comes up a little bit more to make sure this is nice and locked in place. Then we can tighten this all the way down. Like that. Drop the lever. And that's it. All right, so there you have it. There's replacing the blade on the Bosch 4000 table saw. And as you saw, one thing I think probably trips people up when they're changing the blade for the first time is you actually have to slide it off the arbor and then tilt the blade a little bit and pull it out. So hopefully this information was helpful, and thanks for watching. See links in the description below. Comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check us out on social media. And thanks for watching.